Hey, today in Northern Revolutions, it's another contest entry. This time it's for CGCVinylGuy. He wants to see our soundtracks. So stay tuned. Hey, vinyl community. Welcome to Northern Revolutions. I'm Rob. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new. Today's another contest entry. I love contest entries. Christian over at CGCVinylGuy is doing a contest where he would like to see our soundtracks. I'm not a big soundtrack guy, but I've got a few, so I figured I'd enter his contest. He's a new channel. He's got he's got around 50 subs, so please head over there and show him some support and help grow his channel. Before I show you my entries, everybody, if you could do me a favor and please hit that like button, subscribe button if you wouldn't mind, and don't forget that bell notification icon. It lets you know when I've uploaded something new. So, soundtracks. I'm not a big collector of soundtracks. My wife loves soundtracks. Whenever we go to record shows, that's where she heads to, the soundtrack bins. I'm very selective. I don't have a lot of them, but I've got about it's 6 or 8 here that I'm going to show. So, I'm going to start with my favorite. And it's this. This is the soundtrack to the movie Backbeat. If anyone has seen my channel before, they know I'm a huge Beatles fan. This movie came out in '94. And this, forget about the soundtrack. This is a fantastic movie. This is about the Beatles in Hamburg, Germany, before they were famous, when Pete Best was the drummer and Stu Sutcliffe was the bass player. And really this movie revolves around the relationship between John Lennon and Stu Sutcliffe and Astrid Kircher, who was a German photographer friend of theirs. Stu would ultimately leave the band to be with Astrid, and we all know what happened to the Beatles after that. Fantastic movie. Stephen Dorff plays an amazing Stu Sutcliffe. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. Probably the best Beatles, fictionalized movie that there is. And then came the soundtrack, which is phenomenal. It's kind of a who's who of, 90s rock. There's a guy you might have heard of called Dave Grohl. Plays drums. Greg Dooley, Mike Mills, Dave Pirner, Thurston Moore. I mean, some pretty heavy hitters. This is Beatles soundtracks are hard to do because they're never very good. This one is amazing. So my favorite soundtrack album by far, Backbeat. Go see the movie if you haven't. The next two I kind of have to show together. It's Eddie and the Cruisers 1 and Eddie and the Cruisers 2. Eddie and the Cruisers was a movie that came out in '83 and the sequel came out in '89. Original songs on both these albums by a band called John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, who I discovered through these films, and they're amazing. I've got some albums of theirs, independent of these soundtracks. This is a great movie. It stars Michael Paré, I think is how you pronounce his name. That's in there. Who plays Eddie Wilson of Eddie and the Cruisers, the fictionalized band. And, in the first one, he has died and under mysterious circumstances. And it's very nostalgia. It's quite good. And in the second movie, turns out he faked his death. Spoiler alert, but these are 30-year-old movies. So, the singles off of these are On the first one, it's Running Through Fire, which is great. And On the Dark Side is the main song off of these. But the whole albums are fantastic. It's very sort of Bruce Springsteen, John Mellencamp-ish. But John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, I wouldn't have found out about them if not for these two soundtracks. And the movies are really enjoyable. Second one's a little cornball-y, but I love them both. The next one I have is Crossroads. Very interesting movie. I'll be honest, I don't know squat about the blues, but I think this is an intriguing film. I've always thought, the legend surrounding Robert Johnson selling his soul to the devil at the Crossroads is an interesting legend. Is sort of the cornerstone of popular music, really. And this is what this movie is essentially about. Stars Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. There's a big guitar battle at the end. It's a little dated, little cornball-y, because this came out in 86, very dated, but still just an enjoyable movie, and I love the premise of it. And like I said, I don't know squat about the blues, but I enjoy the music in this. I enjoy the movie. Ghostbusters. The only reason I have this is for the Ghostbusters theme by Ray Parker Jr. I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. I don't know if anyone can see this. There, I have a Ghostbusters Proton Pack. Because I'm that nerdy, I built a Proton Pack that is screen accurate. Wow, does that make me lose cool points? I don't care. It was a fun project. Anyway, I love Ghostbusters. My 6-year-old son is now addicted to Ghostbusters. So, of course, I have to have this. I mean, I picked this up for $10 at a flea market or whatever. But I love the movie. The rest of the soundtrack I couldn't give a crap about. But the Ray Parker Jr. song, obviously, it's iconic. Everybody knows it. You can laugh at this one. My wife laughs at me all the time. I don't care. She laughs at me for a lot of things, but especially this. Grease 2. I think Grease 1 is crap. I can't stand it. I know everyone loves it, and it's a wonderful movie. I think it's garbage. Grease 2 is even more garbage, but I love it. I've probably seen it 50 times, and that's no exaggeration. For some reason, I saw it a lot when I was a kid. And as I think I might have been 12 when I saw it the first time. Michelle Pfeiffer singing Cool Rider. Woo! That might have been one of my first celebrity crushes, and for that reason, I have to have this because I've seen it so many times in the movie. It's absolute crap, but I love it even though it's crap. And yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer and Cool Rider. Wow. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't get this movie at all. I don't understand it. I've seen it several times. I don't get the cultural appeal to it. But the soundtrack is fun. I mean, there's stuff on here like, the Time Warp. Who doesn't love the Time Warp? All the other... Damn it, Janet, Sweet Transvestite, Touch It, Touch Me. I mean, everything on here is just... You can't help but not love every song on here. Even though I can't stand the movie, I think the movie's bizarre. But it's supposed to be bizarre, so what the hell do I know? Okay, and the last one is the second highest grossing film of 1977. You know what it is? Smokey and the Bandit. Obviously, the highest grossing movie of 1977 is Star Wars: A New Hope. I love Smokey and the Bandit. It's a fun, mindless movie. Uh, Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, and Jerry Reed, amazing. Um, Obviously, Jerry Reed, Eastbound and Down, one of the greatest movie songs of, I don't know, the last 50 years. I don't know. It's such a great song. And he's a wonderful, wonderful guitar player. So, love the movie, love the song. There you go. That's it for my soundtracks. Christian, that's my entry to your contest. Welcome to the VC. Wish you a lot of success. And that's everything for me today, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comments, what you think of some of these soundtracks, or let me know what some of your favorites are. That's everything for me today, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.